Wake up. You wanted to. You wanted to. You wanted to. You wanted to. Does anybody actually know the words of that song? Bit of an aggressive start. Maybe it's because I'm in a bit of a ranty mood, as you're about to find out. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. We are still in the bulk. We are a good few months into the bulk now. Weight is up to about 72 kilos, so I'm up about 4 kilos since the end of the soft to shredded series, which over a couple of months I don't think is too bad. Training's been pretty good. I had a deload week last week, so I didn't train last week, but we are back to normal for the first session of this new training block, which I have just started for myself. So you can see exactly what it is. We are training push, so we're gonna go through. But before we get into it, here's a bold statement for you. The average coaching standard out there is dropping. The thing is, a lot of coaches talk a good game when it comes to building muscle and getting in shape. They know the theory behind it. They spend all day making content about how you need a goal, you need structure, you need accountability, you need to be working towards something. And yet, they don't seem to do it themselves for any more than 6 to 8 weeks at a time to try and almost prove that they can. And then they wonder, when they're not getting anywhere with developing the physique, why nobody's listening when they've got something to say. And I'm not having a go, but I speak to so many coaches about their own training after seeing them post over and over again about how important it is and how consistent you need to be. And they just tell me that, they're kind of ticking the boxes, they're going through the motions, they don't really have a goal or a direction at the minute, they're kind of just maintaining where they're at, they're not really hitting PBs, they're not really seeing much progress, but they've just not really stopped to think about it at the minute. Basically the exact opposite of the advice that they're giving out. And look, we all do it from time to time, but you're never going to get anywhere with your physique if you continue to let that be the case. You have to call yourself out sometimes, like you do in your content, to do something different. Otherwise, it says to me, they're either happy just coasting along, never really changing a physique or making any progress, and just putting out the same content, hoping people will start to listen to them, even though nothing's different, or they just haven't reached out and asked for help and had someone else make it a priority for them. These coaches are putting out content after content saying how you shouldn't jump from one diet to the next. You should find what works for you and then be willing to stick to it for a hell of a long time to get a result. And they're right, but yet when it comes to their own training, they fall into this modern coaching cycle of doing a diet for 8 weeks just to prove the fact that they can. Then instead of using that as a platform to then try build muscle and develop the physique and improve year on year, they then decide they're going to do a high rocks. And then once they've done the high rocks, they decide they're going to then do a marathon. Then they train for the marathon. And then at the end of all of that, 12 months down the line, they look the the exact same that they did 12 months ago. They've made no progress with their physique, made no progress towards one specific goal. They've just jumped from one trend to the next, hoping that it's going to catch on the socials because it's the trendy thing to be doing. And yet they'll complain when people then come to them who aren't willing to stick to a plan for longer than 10 weeks. But those people are just following the example that they've put out for the last 12 months. It is mental. As a coach, if you want to attract the kind of people that want to spend significant time building the physique, getting bigger, getting stronger, you have to show yourself doing that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be the biggest coach in the room, clearly. But if you want people to take you seriously as a coach, you want people to listen to what you have to say, to look to you as a source of motivation and come to you when they need help, they have to see you practicing what you preach and focusing on one goal and getting good at it over a long period of time. They have to see you being consistent. They have to see you making progress. They have to see you doing what everybody else isn't, taking it seriously, going above and beyond, because that is what will set you apart from other coaches. That is what will raise your standards. It's as simple as that. The days of being the kind of coach that absolutely throws yourself in trying to develop your physique, learn as much as you can from other coaches, from educational seminars, workshop courses, all those things, trying to get the absolute best results you can with the people that you work with and deliver the best service possible. They seem to be going. What's left in its place is this epidemic of poorly educated and poorly skilled coaches who, to be honest, just pretty much know how to say calorie deficit and set somebody up on MyFitnessPal to give them a target and then tell them to go track the food and hit it. And if those things don't seem to be working, they tend to find that they struggle to get results with people. And it's not good enough. It is not good enough. If people are going to be willing to part with their hard-earned money to put their trust in you so you can help change their life, which is what could happen in a lot of these cases, and get them a result, you have to know what you're doing. You have to have more than one tool at your disposal, because if all you've got in your locker is calorie deficit, you are going to struggle. And it's crazy that we seem to have got to a point right now where to make you stand out as a good coach amongst other coaches, all you really have to do is focus on improving your physique to the best you possibly can and documenting that process. And again, we're not talking about going for your pro card. You don't have to be the biggest guy in the room. It's just about showing that you actually give a shit, that you actually want to develop your physique, and you are living the lifestyle of the things that you preach every single day on social media. That's it. And that you actually want to become a better coach, improve your education, improve your understanding, learn new ways of working with people, new ways of getting results with people, so that you can work with people on a bigger scale and get more results. Ultimately meaning you get a lot more happy clients that stay for longer, that pay you for longer, and you build a better business off the back of it. That's all you have to be to stand out. Give a shit about your training. Give a shit about how you look. Give a shit about your physique. And yeah, it might not be right that how you look affects the way people perceive you, the way people listen to you, if they are or if they're not interested in working with you. It might not be right. It might not be that it dictates how good of a coach you are, but it is the reality. And whether you like it or not, do need to get on board with that. If your job is to help people get in better shape. Look at any successful, popular, busy coach that you see out there getting great results with loads of clients, doing a really good job. I bet you anything, they at least currently are, or at least have documentation of having had been in fantastic shape. I bet you anything. And that doesn't mean that you have to be in shape to be an amazing coach, but there's a reason why all the most successful coaches are all in great shape. There is something to that. And just to hammer home the point, I'm not saying being in fantastic shape instantly makes you an amazing coach. It doesn't. There's tons of coaches out there in phenomenal shape that quite frankly shouldn't be doing the job. But my opinion is, whatever it is that you specialize in, whether that is body composition, whether that is high rocks, whether that is helping people run marathons, you should want to and should be willing to live that lifestyle for year after year after year and show people you doing it. But that is just my thoughts. But look, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. It's been a ranty one. Appreciate you watching it. As ever, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, whatever, it's fine. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it, or maybe I will, but I'm not gonna tell you that. If you did enjoy it, then I'm gonna get YouTube to do that thing it does where I'm gonna point over here and I guarantee the video is gonna come up over there. It's gonna chuck up one of those videos that it thinks you also might enjoy as well. So if you like this, go and watch that one, help me out. And with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.